Hi everyone, today I'm showing you how to make a stunning cherry mousse cake with a beautiful black mirror glaze, and it's all entirely sugar-free. So let's start with the black mirror glaze. In my double bottom pot I have 100 grams of xylitol, 50 milliliters of agave syrup, and to this I'm adding 100 milliliters of water. Give these a little stir over medium heat and then add 100 milliliters of whipping cream. Continue mixing and bring everything to a boil. Then add 50 grams of black cocoa and cook the mixture for 3 to 4 minutes, whisking constantly. Then cut the heat and let the glaze sit for a few minutes. Then stir in 8 grams of gelatin bloomed in 50 milliliters of cold water. You'll notice that the glaze becomes very fluid and shiny. Pour it through a strainer and let it sit to cool down to room temperature. Then cover it with plastic wrap and refrigerate it. Here I have 300 grams of sugar-free cherry jam that I heated in the microwave. I'm pureeing it with an immersion blender and then I'm straining it. Cover the resulted cherry puree with plastic wrap and refrigerate it. To make the black sponge cake, separate 2 eggs at room temperature. To the whites, add a splash of lemon juice and froth them up a little. Then add 30 grams of xylitol in 2 or 3 additions. Stop mixing when you reach stiff peaks. Set the meringue aside for now and start mixing the yolks. Add 30 grams of xylitol and mix on high speed. When the mixture doubles in volume, pour in 10 milliliters of grapeseed oil. The next step is to fold in half of the meringue. Don't worry if you can still see some white when you're done. In a small bowl, combine 10 grams of all-purpose flour, 20 grams of cornstarch, 10 grams of black cocoa, 1 gram of baking powder, and a pinch of salt. Sift the dry ingredients over the eggs and fold them in. Just be careful not to overmix. Then add the remaining meringue and fold it in. Lift from the bottom and sides of the bowl and turn it as you go. You'll have an airy batter in no time at all. This is a 15 cm springform pan that I greased and lined with parchment. Pour the batter in and then tap it against your work surface to release the big air bubbles. Then run a toothpick through the batter. This helps to get an even surface. Bake the cake at 160 Celsius for 30 minutes. As soon as you get it out of the oven, tap it against the work surface to release the steam. Carefully turn the cake upside down and let it cool down like this for 15 minutes. This step is crucial in keeping it from deflating. Then turn it in a normal position and let it cool down completely to room temperature. When it's at room temperature, remove it from the pan, peel away the parchment, and then slice the uneven top away. A cake leveler is the perfect tool for this. Once you remove the thin, uneven top layer, use the cake leveler to slice the sponge in 2 equal layers. Set the sponge layers aside for now and let's prepare the pan we need to assemble the cake. This is an 18 cm springform pan. I greased the bottom and lined it with plastic wrap, but the ring is ungreased. Now take the bottom layer of cake and put it in the center of the pan. Line the sides with acetate and set the pan aside for now. Put 3 gelatin sheets in ice-cold water and let them sit. Whip 320 milliliters of very cold whipping cream to a soft peak. In a double bottom pot, combine 80 grams of cherry puree with 30 grams of xylitol and heat it gently just until the xylitol dissolves. Let the mixture sit for 5 minutes and then add the bloomed gelatin sheets. As you mix them in, you'll notice that the mixture liquefies and becomes very glossy. Pour the warm mixture into a mixing bowl and then add another 80 grams of cold cherry puree. Mix until well combined. Now fold in about a third of the soft whipped cream. Then add the remaining whipped cream all at once and fold it in. At this stage, the mousse is very likely to thicken and set. If this happens to you, don't worry. Even if you can't pour it, you can spread it with an offset spatula. and the taste is the same. Pour or dollop, as I do here, half of the mousse over the cake you have in the pan. Level the surface with a small offset spatula. Then place the other cake layer right in the middle and gently press it in. Don't press too hard, the purpose is just to make sure it stays in place when you spread the remaining mousse. When you have an even surface, refrigerate the cake for 4 hours and then freeze it for 2 hours. In the meantime, the glaze will have set completely. You can see the beautiful texture it has. Heat it very, very gently just until it liquefies. Do not bring it to a simmer. Then remove the half-frozen cake from the pan and peel away the acetate. Then lift the foil a little, slide a long offset spatula underneath the cake and remove it from the bottom of the pan. Then take the cake in your other hand, peel away the plastic and place it on a bowl that you turned upside down. The upside down bowl should be placed on a plate that has a larger diameter than the cake and that can hold all the glaze that's gonna drip off of the cake. To help the glaze glide better and get an even layer on top, I'm rounding the edges a little with my offset spatula. The glaze should be at 30 or 28 degrees Celsius when you pour it over the frozen cake. Start from the middle and then work your way to the sides. Let the cake sit like this for 10 minutes to help the glaze set a little. Then take a small offset spatula and remove the excess glaze from the bottom of the cake. Use 2 large offset spatulas to lift the cake from the bottom of the bowl onto your serving platter. Put some fresh cherries next to it and then keep it in the fridge for 2 hours to defrost and set the glaze. After 2 hours, it's ready to slice and serve, and you can see how beautiful and shiny that black mirror glaze is. Enjoy! If you like this recipe, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Until next time, Dessertophiles.